Hi, my name is Dan Bowles. I'm an engineering instructor here at Oak Hills High School, and some of our students are going to talk to you today about our FRC robotics team, the Scotbot, and we thank you for your time and consideration.
My name's Sam Tendam. I'm the team captain for FRC Team 4284. And here on Scotbot, we all work together using logic to solve complex problems. We all use very complicated engineering principles that we learn here in the classroom, and we build a robot that can compete in a challenge and do well.
Found on this slide, we have a variety of projects we've undertaken during during the current school year. On the top left, you'll see a mobile archery target system that we're currently working on. It's for the archery class, and it's going to hold 3D targets like a deer, boar, bear, etc. In the middle here, you'll see a 3D printed donations box that we currently use to accept any donations of any form, and it's just a really cool box that the 3D printing team put together. In the top right, we have a project that some of our team took on to help a student with a physical disability who needs to be stretched out on a platform for a portion of the day. And now, because of it, he's able to be rolled around in the classroom and interact better with his friends and his teachers and staff during the school day. In the bottom left, you'll see the electronics team, and they're working on the robot. In the middle, on the bottom, you'll see members who built the platform for the student with a physical disability being interviewed by local media. And in the bottom right, you see students from the electronics team continuing to work on the electronics board and develop more skills in engineering.
Hi, on this slide, we're going to talk about the drivetrain. We started off with a tank drive last year. This year, we looked further into an Omni drive, which allows the robot to go in any direction, vertically or horizontally. We use two motors for the tank drive on each side, allowing it to have enough power to move the robot. For the Omni drive, we are just using one motor with a gearbox, allowing it to go horizontally and allowing us to move better for the competitions further ahead.
Our robotics electrical system needs to be optimized so that the power is distributed to all the parts equally and that all of them can function properly. All of our motors need to be powered at the same time often, so we need to make sure that we're not drawing too much current so that we're not killing the battery. Also, we've learned how to diagnose problems with our circuit and how to troubleshoot that and how to fix all the problems that we encounter.
In order for the robot to function, it requires computer coding. And in order to do that, we use JavaScript and LabVIEW as our primary outlets to control our robot and have it do exactly what we want it to do. Many students on the team don't know how to code, but it serves as an introduction for many students to begin to learn JavaScript because a lot of the team members who join will end up knowing Java by taking the computer science course offered at our school. JavaScript is a universal tool that many students need to learn in order to go into engineering because it's very similar to MATLAB, which is a software used across engineering colleges all across America. And it's just a great introduction for students to be able to learn in a non-dangerous environment for them to be able to experiment with code and see what everything can do and really learn the different aspects of coding and the complex algebra-based coding softwares.
Our robotics class has had the opportunity to have the incorporation of three-dimensional printing. We have two printers. These printers print out a specific type of plastic, such as ABS and PLA. The printers layer the heated plastic, which cools into our print. With the ability of the 3D printers, our task to build complex objects can now be built using a 3D modeling program and completed with precision. The only downside to this process is the printing process, which is time-consuming.
The Oak Hills Robotics team works to better ourselves intellectually and socially. To improve on these social skills, our team is very involved in the community in a range of different aspects. We've recently worked with the youth athletic events as a fundraiser, and we've raised about $100 in doing so, but it also gets our faces out there and recognizable in the district and community. The team has also volunteered at COSI on Wheels events that take place in local elementary schools. These events give us older students the opportunity to spark a scientific interest in the younger grades. There are several projects that the team has worked on for the staff as well. We've constructed a gong stand for mobile use at football games, a pulley system for a pep rally event, and the one that had the largest impact on the community was the specialized table made for a student in the school who suffers from cerebral palsy. This project has received media coverage on channels 9 and 12 and has shown the community what we're all about. The project recently impacted a family with a daughter who suffers from disabilities all the way in Australia as well.
Fundraising for the team is equally as important as creating the robot itself. We have undergone several different procedures and things of that nature to retain the amount of money that we need to enter the competition and further our team with the things that we need. We do several different types of fundraisers, things that not only benefit us as the team, but benefit the public. And it's all for the greater purpose that we can further our knowledge and our advancement in the technological world that we're working with.
This year, our team's going to be participating in 2 different regional competitions. The Queen City Regional, which is held at the Cintas Center in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the Buckeye Regional, which is going to be held in Cleveland. Both of those, the entry fee is $5,000, and the estimated cost to produce our robot, which comes in parts and all that, is about $5,000 to $7,000. The transportation fees, we need to pay for a bus to get to Cleveland and also for a hotel to stay up there. Last year, we participated in the Queen City Regional, which is held at the Xavier University Cintas Center. We managed to rank 37 out of 52 teams, which was a lot better than we've done in past years. If you look in the top left picture, you can see us wearing the kilts there. And it was a very fun time for all of us. We had to make a lot of modifications to our robot because the arms were too heavy, and so we had to scrap that entirely and then rework an arm system that would work, and we ended up doing very well by the end of it. This year our hope is to participate in 2 different regionals, so that the first one we can work out the kinks on our robot, and then the second one, which will be our home team game, will do a lot better.
You might ask why robotics competitions matter. Well, FRC gives teams the ability to experience a varsity sport in an academic way. They are the only organized competition in the country that allows interaction between humans and robots.
Sponsoring the Scotbot would have a tremendous impact on our team, our students, the school, and the community. This is a course that offers about as close to you can get to real-world engineering and design solutions, and we are 100% self-funded. Our team would have the financial means to build an advanced robot. There's lots of things we would like to do, like to attempt, that we just simply have not had the funding for. And we would be able to better compete in regionals and hopefully qualify for the national championship, which has always been our team goal, and we have not reached it yet. And a significant financial addition to our team would really help us get there. Like I said, we talked about, we have 33 students who are passionate about engineering, and we would like to get them to as many competitions as possible. And as we have outlined previous, the out-of-town competitions do take a significant investment. In the community, we would like to undertake even more community outreach projects. We've done some relatively simple things, like the one we got the most publicity for was our accessible table we made for Jerry Potvin, one of our students who has to have this giant wedge. We paid for that ourselves. We were happy to do that. We would like to do even more community outreach programs like that. And like everything else, it takes money to acquire materials. We'd also like to start a First Lego League team, which is another competition they have in First Robotics. This is involved with elementary and middle school students. So one of our goals has always been to start a First Lego League team so that we can start developing a pipeline of students coming up through our elementary and middle schools that will feed the robotics team and keep developing students' STEM skills. And we want to just keep getting the Scotbot name out there and keep sharing all the wonderful things that Oak Hill students do. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for viewing the slides. These students are tremendous on our robotics team. They work so hard, and they bring a lot of passion. They really get into it, really are seeking to learn advanced engineering skills, and we hope you consider sponsoring this, what we consider to be a very worthwhile endeavor. Thank you for your time.